So we're going to look at problems in solving in geometry. We're going to go back to your geometry lessons and we'll look at these formulas. And there's 4 of them that are given to you: square, rectangle, triangle, and a trapezoid. And in this case, we have an example where we want to find the area of a triangle. So the area of the triangle formula is A equals 1/2 base times height. So the question is, the sailboat has a triangle sail, area of 30 square feet, and a base that is 12 feet. So we want to put these in for the variables that it applies for. So 30 square feet is the area, so I'm going to put the 30 where the A is. And then it says the base is 12 feet, so I'm going to put 12 for the B. And it asks find the height, so that's the one letter we don't have. So now we're just going to solve this equation. And we're going to solve this equation by multiplying both sides by 2 to get rid of this 1/2. So if I multiply by 2 on both sides, I get 60 equals, these cancel, and so I'm left with 12h. And then from there I can divide by my 12 to get h equals 5. And so I get my height as being 5 feet. So the answer to this question is, how high is the sail? It's 5 feet high. Now we're going to take a look at circles and cylinders and use their formulas. So for a circle we have an area of pi r squared, and a circumference we have 2 pi r. We want to find both those for this particular circle, which has a diameter of 20 inches. So we're going to find the area first. So area is pi r squared. So we need to find the radius of this circle. Well, diameter is all the way across the circle, so radius would be half of that. So that'd be 10. So I could substitute the 10 in for the r squared, which is 100. We'll leave pi as pi, and so our answer would be 100 pi for area. Circumference, which is the distance around, is 2 pi r. And once again, we already know what r is. It's 10. So if I substitute 10 in for r and multiply the 10 and the 2, I would get 20 pi for our circumference. Now, for a cylinder, we have this formula, r squared and height. So we're looking at the circle part of the cylinder as well as the height. And the question is, how many times greater is the volume of the larger compared to the smaller? So let's do the larger one first. So the larger one, it has a height of 6 and a radius of 4. So the volume of the larger is pi, and we'll put the 4 in for r and square it. And the height is 6. And if we compute that, that's 16 times 6. So continuing on, so if we do the multiplication of 4 squared, which is 16 times 6, we're going to get 96 pi. So the larger cylinder has a 96 pi for a volume. Now let's do the smaller one so we can compare. The smaller one, we have our volume, and the height is 6, but the radius is only 2. So I'm going to put the 2 in for the radius, and I'll put my 6 in for the height. And when I do the math of this, that's 4 times 6 is 24 pi. So we want to know how much greater. I subtract the 2, 96 pi minus 24 pi, and I end up with, let me see, 72. In this case, it's 72 inches. So the volume is 72 inches less.